Kai, that has your germs on it.
So, Kai, did you lose a tooth?
Yes.
Yeah.
I lost this one.
Yeah.
It's right here.
And when did you remember to go get the tooth?
A few minutes ago.
A few minutes ago, what were you doing?
Eating.
You were eating. And then what did you remember?
Go get my tooth.
Do you think it's going to help you eat?
No! It fell out of my mouth. It separated from me.
But why did you go get...
Is there something on my face? Yes.
Iris is hand slap. Sharpie marker.
Where's the Sharpie on your face?
Did you mommy wipe it off? Oh my gosh, she's eating seafood. Good. I'm proud of you.
Seafood? There's no seafood.
Kai, do you like seafood?
No.
Seafood.
What?
I guess it would work better if I had food in my mouth. Seafood. Isabella, you do it. Seafood.
Ew!
That's been a good movie.
Isabella.
It's a good movie, My Girl. I love that movie. You want to watch that movie? It's about a kid, and it's kind of sad.
One has a lot of allergies.
You'll cry, but it's like one of those cries that you'll remember for your lifetime because it feels like you're connected to something, good people who...
I haven't watched that movie in years.
Even though it's hard for people to face sad situations, in general, a lot of people ignore people that are going through a hard time and they don't want to spend time with them, or they push them away, or even are bullies toward them. But in this case, I guess because it was a movie, it was presented in a way that was entertaining, and then it made it endearing, almost as if they were your friend. So most people don't really care about, well, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of people that care about people, but in my experience, the people that have not cared about me, I just wonder, do they care about anybody? Well, usually they do. They care about someone that they know. But in this case, but there are people, that philanthropists, and lots of people that care about people that they've never met before. And they're really caring, and they don't need a movie to make you care about it. They don't need to make it entertaining to make you care about it. But in this case, My Girl was about a girl who, she grew up in she didn't have a mom. She lived with her dad. Her mom died, but they don't show that part. So the heightened sensation of the movie is not about the part where the mom dies, but it's something psychological to understand about the girl. She had lost her mom, and she was with her dad. Her dad was suffering, okay? So her dad was full of grief. So she also lost her dad in a way, because her dad was going through so much pain. He was not opening up. He was not having fun. So she was in this very austere household where her dad's grief, he also ran a funeral home. So part of that grief actually served a purpose in that he had to be serious for his job anyway. But it was also a reminder, because he worked in a funeral home. So he was working, a funeral home means that you take care of the dead bodies after they die. You make them presentable, and then that's the last time people say goodbye to them is basically under the care of these people who make the body look like like if you wanted to, because people want to say goodbye. So this man worked in a funeral home. He owned the funeral home, and so he constantly was reminded and dealing with death. But he also lost his wife to death. So this was an extremely austere household for this child who grew up around death and was constantly I just got goosebumps. It's so weird. But she was constantly around so many things that would make a child question things. And so she was relatively austere and serious and just dealing with a lot of problems. And so she actually would go to her doctor. I mean, she was looking for human relationships that meant a lot, that did not represent death, I guess I should say. Like, a death surrounded her. So she was looking for relationships that did not mean death. And so she found a friend, Thomas J. Thomas J. liked her and would say, "You're pretty," and she would say, da 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 da, and she would tease him, but they were really friends because they hung out together. But he would flirt with her, and she would tease him, and she even pushed him one time.
You haven't had any food yet, Mom.
You just ate a bunch.
You haven't had any.
Oh yeah, I haven't. But anyway, so okay, so one day she's walking in a forest.
Are you really going to tell the whole premise of the story and run it for Kai?
Because are you saying something mean to me right now?
No.
Okay. So anyway, so she's walking through a forest and she
stumbles upon a beehive.
Okay, so you've watched the movie before?
Twice.
I know I watched it with you, but I didn't know if you remembered it. So Kai, you want to watch the movie?
Okay.
Okay.
What's it on?
I don't know. Netflix, Hulu, blah, 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 blah. $3.99 rental, down streaming only. Iris, are you eating a lot?
It was just like snack. I drew something today. Is it okay if I show it?
Yeah.
I'm rather proud of it.
All right. Do you guys hear the thunder?
I was lightning in the thunder, thunder, thunder.
Every time you hear thunder, you imagine dragons.
That's the name of the people who created the song.
Oh, Iris, did you eat a hot spot? Oh, what happened? Oh, your water. Get your water. So, Iris she did drumming to the drums, or to the thunder last night. You know what else is cool?
What?
We have rain.
Today's the last day of rain, right?
How do you know that?
I was outside and somebody else in the house that who told me.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, are you back?
Well, I don't know if it's the last day of rain because rain season's changed. Wow, you do that?
Yeah.